guys, it's Jen, and now it's time for August favorites. This summer, man, it has been toasty, so I have a couple of favorites that are related to the heat and protecting your face and yourself. But let's go ahead and get started with some of my summer August favorites. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is the sunscreen I've been using. I've loved this one for a super long time. It's the Clarins UV Plus HP Broad Spectrum SPF 40 sunscreen. And what I really love about this is the texture. It's very milky and watery, and after you put it on, it doesn't leave any kind of greasy or heavy feeling. It just feels nice and mattified and really thin. 40 is a really high coverage, so I feel really nice and protected when I use this sunscreen. And it's just a really fantastic base for using underneath makeup. I highly recommend this if you're looking for a sunscreen to just wear every single day on your face before you head out. I've tried a few other similar sunscreens to this, like the Shiseido one, a few ones from different brands, but I keep returning back to this one just because the scent isn't very strong, and I feel like it doesn't break me out as much as some other sunscreens might. I really love it. I have a few backups, and it's what my sister and I both swear by. My next favorite this month is from Somerville. It's the Lumiwhite Skin Tone Perfector. This is what I've been using for my serum for my skincare routine instead of the Clinique Smart Custom Repair Serum, which was what I was using before. I ran out of this, and so I wanted to try this one out to see if I could tell any difference between the tone evening properties of both products. You guys know I have this lovely medium Asian skin tone, very prone to acne hyperpigmentation. So I always like using a serum that's going to help even out my skin tone and make it just look not so dark and spotty all over my face. This is my previous love. I've been trying this one out. I have to say I don't like it quite as much as this one because I feel like I get some other skincare properties, like a little more added hydration and plumpness in my skin when I use the Clinique. But I feel like the Somerville is really nice if you don't want anything that is like too heavy of a texture. It's very watery. It feels really nice and light when it's going on. But I have to say, out of the two, my preference is probably still the Clinique. So I'm still gonna use this one because it's quite pricey, so I'm going to use it all the way through. I do like it enough to continue using it. However, when I repurchase, I'll probably return to the Clinique. So my next favorite is one that I'm completely obsessed with, and I don't know how I lived without them for so long. I talked about this in my recent drugstore haul with Amelia Leanna, so if you didn't see that video, I'll link it right over here so you can go over, click and watch what I got from the drugstore recently. But these Q-tips, man, the precision tip ones are so nice, and it's so awesome that they come in this nice huge pack. I bought this at Target, so it was like really inexpensive, really easy to get. A lot of times when you do find those precision tip ones, they kind of charge more for a small pack versus regular Q-tips. So these are like my new favorite things in the whole wide world because every time I'm putting on eyeshadow or eyeliner, if I have a little bit of smudge. The other day I accidentally stabbed myself in the eye with mascara, and I had it like all over my under eye because I had just put down a fresh wet coat and it just got like all over both sides of my lids. So this cleaned it up so fast, so easy, so precise, and I don't know, I'm a Q-tip precision tips cotton swabs lover for life. If you guys see this at the store, I definitely recommend you pick them up because they are way more superior to regular cotton swabs. Again, speaking of removing makeup, I have become considerably lazier this month in my skincare removal routine. So I have been really depending on my Kogendo Cleansing Spa Water Cleansing Wipes. These are by far my favorite cleansing wipes I've ever used. They're pretty much the only brand that I really trust of just like using it on my face and not actually double washing afterwards. So a lot of other makeup wipes, I'll use it to like get my, you know, my eyeliner and my eyeshadow, brows, face off, and then I'll just wash my face regularly with a regular face wash because I feel like there's like an oily residue, but this one I feel like doesn't make my face feel greasy or filmy or really strange. And I also feel like it's kind of the only makeup wipe that actually removes waterproof eyeliner and mascara for me. I use some very waterproof products, like the kind where people complain that it's so difficult to remove, and I have not found another face wipe company that makes anything better. I know they're a little bit on the pricey side, especially for something like a makeup wipe where you're like, oh, I could just go to the drugstore and buy a giant pack and it's like the same thing. But it really depends on if you use them really disposably or if you really use them like as a full-on makeup face remover where you're just gonna use it and hop into bed. I really love these. I swear by them. I feel like they don't make me break out or have any weird reactions. They don't sting my eyes, and they're very, very effective. So I love them. I can't remember if I talked about this in my last favorites video, but surely I have mentioned it recently because I have been living for highlighting this summer, and my very favorite product is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. I have been recommending this like non-stop to all of my friends because it's just like the nicest formula. So one of my best friends, Cassia, and I had a conversation recently how a lot of highlighting powders, if you have too much shimmeriness or if they're just not the right texture, they totally give you old face. They sink into all your pores, they cling onto any of your fine lines or like anything around the eye area, and it just makes you look old, and it's like, that's not how I really look. And highlighter is supposed to make you look more glowy and youthful. If it's giving you OF, you don't want to be putting that on your face. So I have to say, this is the best one. It does not give you OF. I've just really been loving highlighting and contouring lately. Let me know if you guys are too in the comments, if you're like all about the highlighting. Summer highlight, get that summer glow on. Next, I wanted to talk about the mascara that I've been using every single day that I've just been obsessed with. Ever since I did my Star Wars droid makeup look, I have really been loving the Covergirl Supersizer mascara. The regular packaging is green, and I think Katy Perry is the one that's promoting it, which is crazy because she has the most amazing, giant, beautiful eyes and lashes ever. But of course the one I have is the limited edition Star Wars one, which isn't necessarily the reason I love it. The formula is fantastic. If you guys have stubby lashes that point down, when you try to curl your lashes, it never stays, the Supersizer waterproof mascara is fabulous. It makes your lashes look very voluminous but not clumpy. And I think that's the key because I'm not really a fan of those like spidery lashes. This one just looks really slick and black and full, and it looks full but clean, if that makes sense. So I've been really, really adoring this. I'm definitely going to be picking up more of these in the future. They don't disappoint. Got a winner. I love it so much. Finally, my last favorite is another Urban Decay Matte Revolution lipstick. I know everybody's been raving about the really 90s mauve and sepia toned colors, but I personally have been just flipping obsessed with the corals. Recently, I have a new favorite called Tilt. So this one is just like a hot coral, and I'm wearing it on my lips as a lip stain right now, which is one of my favorite ways to wear it, but I also love it, of course, all over the lips to give a really bright poppy statement. It definitely has a little bit of like a mango-y watermelon kind of coral shade, and I just really love it. It really shouts out there. It's very bold, but I still feel like it doesn't wear me. I feel like I'm definitely the one wearing it, and I just feel so strong and powerful when I wear it. So I absolutely love it. It's again in lieu of a typical red if I want just like a really strong, bold lip. This has been my favorite for the last couple of weeks. You guys, if you love corals like I do, gotta check this one out. So I guess that's it for this month's favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, as always, I would love it if you would hit thumbs up if you found it helpful. Also, let me know down in the comments if you have a favorite orange or coral lip product that you've been loving, because you know me, it's kind of my weak spot. I guess that's about it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. We are talking about #Shark Week, aka menstrual cups. What is a menstrual cup? This is mine. Totally use them without primer, and with primer these really shine.